Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and Whispers of the Old Gods has come out for Hearthstone, and that means we've got a lot of decks to rebuild. For this recording, we will be making the Mage Wild? No. Yes, we'll be making the Mage Wild, and I named the Mage Standard the wrong thing. Heh. There we go. Let's correct that wall before we do anything else, so we don't get confused. I made the Mage standard deck, and standard decks don't have this little green leaf on it. Now it's time to make the Mage Wild deck. Click
If
this.
you make a wild deck, you can only use it in wild games.
Yep, that's the plan. So the question is, again, we're not going to use any recipes, that would be dull. Custom deck. The question becomes, what do these new cards, the old god cards, change? And I guess I could just look at the old gods cards, but that would be no fun because I kind of need to see everything together. So, let's see. We have this card that we're almost certainly going to have in our deck. It makes sense. And then I think you probably are still going to end up with this. But I'm going to hold off doing arcane missiles and throw in the mirror image instead. So Ice Lance is a frozen thing. I kind of want to try a Frost Mage here as a deck, so focus on more freezing cards. This is a new card, spell damage +1. It's better than anything else you've got, so I definitely have it in the deck. This is a Grand Tournament card, so that's it. This is a Goblins versus Gnomes card. So with the Frost Thought, that makes sense. Again, Frostbolt, we'll throw that in there. You might even do a Fire and Ice thing. But we've got this new Shadow card that destroys any frozen minions. And with Snow Choker going on the deck, that makes more sense. Let's see, this is a Goblins vs. Gnomes card. Unstable Portal. Add a random minion to your hand that costs 3 less. I probably wouldn't use that. It's still kind of useless. Counterspell is a classic card, we could play that. Duplicate is a Nexaramus card. Whenever a friendly minion dies, get 2 copies of it. I don't think I'd play that either. Flame Walker here. Flame Waker. Is it? Yeah, it's Waker actually. Probably gonna have that in the deck. Forgotten Torch. Freeze all enemies. Yes, we'll keep that. Let's see. Ice Block. When Hero takes fatal damage, it's immune that turn. So even though this one's called Ice Block, it's not really a frozen card. Mirror image after your opponent plays something. Those are all kind of too random. Grand Tournament card there. Here's a spell damage card that you can't play anymore in standard. 3 mana, 3 attack, 3 health for spell damage +1. Which is kind of a shame that this card didn't get replaced because there isn't a neutral card. Like if we just quickly look here and look for a 3 mana that does spell damage, the only one we have is this one that's a 1/4 instead. Nothing else does spell damage +1 for 3 mana, which is crazy. It's crazy that there isn't a couple different variants of that in each tier of spells. If I'm doing spell damage, I also probably want Master of Ceremonies in my deck too. No spell damage +1. Man, in Wild too, you can see just looking at the 3 mana neutral cards, I've had to go through several pages. So let's go back here. Right now, the Snow Chugger is the only card we've seen that really changes anything. Spellcry, deal 1 damage to all enemies. Spellbender, no. So, add a random spell to each player's hand. No, I don't think I'd play that. Don't think I'd play that. Although, you know, it is probably a decent card to have in your deck, because you are going to inspire him at least once. I cannot see myself not having Fireball in the deck. After you cast a spell, freeze an enemy, I'll definitely take that. If you have a mech, deal 4 damage to randomly split between them. So this is an interesting card to throw in there, but I'll probably immediately throw it right back out. No mechs really are playable in Standard anymore. There's maybe a handful of them, but all the others have gotten banned, with Goblins versus Gnomes getting banned. This is an interesting card. So I'm gonna throw this out and take this. I didn't see this card when I made the Standard Mage. See, discover a spell for 5. I think that's what I'm gonna do here. I may end up getting rid of Frostwalker. Get a random spell that costs 5 more. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of Flamewalker and take this guy instead. Flamewaker. But I want Blizzard too, so... Fireball. Can't get rid of that. I guess Master of Ceremonies for Blizzard. What? We'll get rid of a Mirror Image, I guess. For another Blizzard? That seems crazy. There we go. So, next thing I want to type here is Frozen. If I can type. F-R-O-Z-E-N. And then I guess I also have to type in freeze. There is a card here. Battlecry, freeze a character. Interesting. I'm gonna get rid of 1 Blizzard and throw this in here, I guess. And then get rid of 1 of these guys. And I just desperately think I need that taunt character. Let's see. The mirror image. I think I need both of those. You're so low on taunt characters anyways. Alright, so that's our wild mage deck. Let's try it out, see how it is. Let's see. Go here, click on this. I want to see if it always starts you in wild or what.
That deck is only for wild games.
I think it just starts you wherever you were. Okay. Let's try this. I have to admit, I don't have a lot of confidence in this deck. I won't play with the Mage very often anyways, because it's already at max level, and I'm trying to get several other characters at max level. The Hearthstone deck tracker on the right here will sort of track in comparison to the standard deck. So if it finds any cards that aren't in the standard deck, it will add them. If it finds any that are, it will fade them out as I play the cards or draw them. Let's see. Maybe I should have kept that 2 mana creature. Nope. I guess I shouldn't have. I have both of these, which destroys a frozen minion. I probably overused that. Oh, I see what's going on here. You can cast this because I have a mana worm. I couldn't cast it before. Why couldn't I cast it before? Oh, because there's not a minion on the field. So if I did this right now, would this guy get powered up? One. We're experimenting, so let's do this. Wow. That's amazing. I just literally powered this guy up by 1 by casting a spell and did 0 amount of damage to him because I had 0 mana crystals to use. What a crazy way to do things. Well, I don't have anything that he can do this turn, so I'll just do that. So, for 5 mana here, I can freeze all minions and destroy a frozen minion. Let's see. Freeze a character if it's already frozen. Deal 4 damage instead. So this can do 4 damage to the face. It would be really silly to use it. We can kind of see where we've already got too many spells.
Let's make magic.
Barely have enough. So I got lucky to have this card.
For a little while, I pack a big punch.
This, and then this. Deal 5 damage to a frozen minion. It's a waste, but I'll do it. So after I cast a spell each turn, it's powering up Cthulhu.
Sparkle!
Of course, I don't have a Cthulhu in my hands, or my deck, or anywhere in this, so that active ability is actually not doing anything. Not seeing a really beneficial reason to play so much Frost. Controlling minions by freezing them just doesn't seem like a logical thing to do. It seems like you're wasting your effort. It seems like you're casting spells to freeze things, then casting a second spell to do damage to them. Like here I can freeze this character and then do this. But that's a lot of mana to spend to just kill one character. It feels like the fire aspects of the mage are way more powerful.
Online.
So they need to come out with some more cards that would make more sense to play like this. I've effectively created a deck nobody wants to play. Deal 2 damage to minion, the spell gets double its bonus from the spell bonus plus each. That would be cool. Deal 10 damage, or add 3 random mage spells to me. Well, doing this is actually probably the best because it could give me 3 pyroblasts. So, Ethereal Conjurer is a good card.
Portals online.
Seems like he's playing a mech deck and all. Let's see, play this. So now I have Flame Strike to deal 4 damage to everybody. I have another add 3, and I have an Arcane Blast. Deal 3 damage to a card, and let's see. Do this, and then let's do this. I could play this, and this next turn. If that would make any sense to do that.
Something needs tinkering? I can fix anything.
Good, keep summoning, keep summoning.
Intensification commencing.
Alright, that might be a pain. Yep, that's a pain, alright. I have to do this, I think.
Job's done.
Yep, I've lost. Well, that's strange. I wanted to try out this Frost deck, but I have to rate this one a complete failure. Really, there's some cards here that work and are good to experiment with. I think I want Kabbalah's Tome and such, but the Frost theme here, they thought there that you're not going to cast spells and you're not going to have minions that add spell damage. Excuse me, doesn't work. So he's gonna finish me off here as I'm coughing. Please don't be one of these people that's just gonna refuse to take the victory. No, he takes it good. All of my decks need tweaking. I would say this one in particular needs a complete rethink. But then again, like I said, I'm not going to play the Mage that often anyway, so I'll probably just leave it alone until the next expansion. Anywho, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.